Hello, hello, hello. This is Jasira Monique from Woman on the Move. I am so excited to be sharing the beginning of the Share Your Story journey and mission with you all. I feel that it's very important to really give all of our followers more insight into why we are really focusing on helping 100 women this year share their stories. And where that came from, where the motivation is rooted, and why we feel is so important. So, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about myself and why I decided to create Woman on the Move, and also more about this complicated journey that we've been on since we started in 2017. So, again, my name is Jasira Monique. I am the founder of Woman on the Move. And just to give you more background, Woman on the Move actually was a poem that I wrote in my second book, my second collection of poetry, Woman on the Move. And the poem is about a woman who is very bold. She is very determined to speak her truth, and she knows the direction that she's going in, and she doesn't feel like she needs to apologize to anyone for the decisions, the choices that she makes, and how it may make other people uncomfortable. So, a woman on the move is just very bold, very audacious, authentic, someone who definitely moves to the beat of their own drum and does not feel that their brightness, their brilliance, their journey should be diminished by anyone else's opinion of what they should be and who they should be in life. So, with the book, definitely took a complete direction of its own as far as just being able to take a poem, make it a book, and then all of a sudden you have this movement of women who are, who consider themselves a woman on the move. So, fast forward from 2012 when the book was published now to 2025, 13 years later, we have transitioned Woman on the Move into a organization that is dedicated to making sure that the global platform that Woman on the Move has really empowers women through technology, through resources, through a commitment of women sharing their journey, sharing their experience, and helping other women be able to move smarter, faster, more consistently in the direction that they choose. And when we launched live events in 2017 and virtual events in 2017, 2018, 2019, we really wanted to make sure that we were showing the power and the brilliance of all the women throughout Woman on the Move, throughout my hometown of West Palm Beach, Florida, and also with the virtual events, women from all over the world, from the US. We've had speakers who are from the UK. We've had speakers who are from the US but live abroad. One actually presented from Bangkok, Thailand. And we are just so excited about this journey, so excited about the mission, and so excited about the opportunity that we have to help women, whether it's travel, whether it's exploring the world, exploring more things as far as music, art, becoming a pilot, becoming an attorney. We have engineers that spoke. Also, we've had women who have transitioned significantly within their careers since they first presented with Woman on the Move, and now are with huge major platforms doing absolutely amazing things. So the great thing about this mission is now we're able to really dive deeper with the storytelling. And I want to tell you more about myself and how this really started with my own love of storytelling. So, when I was in elementary school, I was introduced to a collection of biographies that were narrated by Coretta Scott King, and it was the notable Black American series. This series, I believe it had probably a total of 60 biographies of African Americans throughout every industry you can think of, whether it's Matthew Henson, Paul Dunbar, um, you know, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, um, Josephine Baker, just so many different, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, so many amazing revolutionaries and pioneers within their industries. And I just absolutely love reading those books. I love looking at their stories and seeing how they were able to achieve some of the things that they achieved through whatever obstacles that they face. So that was me in elementary school as a child. And so as a young child in elementary school, when I read about Thurgood Marshall, that's when in my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to attend Howard University. And I was thinking that I was going to attend Howard University to pursue a law degree. Well, I ended up attending Howard University, but I actually did not go to law school there. And so the one thing I wanted to emphasize is the fact that I was probably less than 10 years old, and I had made up in my mind through reading about somebody's story that I was going to attend this school. That was something that I had made up in my mind to do at a very young age. And that belief and that desire, I was able to carry that all the way with me to actualization and actually attending Howard and graduating from Howard University. So I've never really told people that I've read that series, and that's where that initial desire came from. But I wanted to make sure that I shared that with you today because storytelling, whether we realize it or not, has a huge impact on our lives and the decisions that we make, the career paths we choose, the things that we desire and we love to do. It's all because we were able to see that thing demonstrated through someone else's life and someone else's journey. And we took that interest and made it our own. So with that, fast forward to when I actually attended Howard, I was actually mentored by Omarosa Stallworth, who many know from Donald Trump's Apprentice and going to the White House in the Trump administration. She was also in the Clinton administration as well in the White House, but she was a professor of mine, and I actually became one of her mentees and then also her personal assistant. And so while I was her personal assistant, she also introduced me to different organizations that she volunteered her time with. And one that she actually was employed by was the National Visionary Leadership Project. This organization actually connected youth with elders, and the youth were able to come together, whether they were studying communication, journalism, media, and put together a collection of storytelling series and actually help with compiling the stories so that the National Visionary Leadership Project can produce a book. So through my experience as a volunteer with NVLP, I was also affirmed in the importance of the storytelling journey, just with seeing the elders, with, meeting Dorothy Height, with having conversations with Dick Gregory, with seeing so many legendary artists and pioneers just talk about their life experiences and the things that they had to endure and undergo. And so that experience really allowed me to want to make Woman on the Move later on, make Woman on the Move panels intergenerational. So, uh, ever since the beginning, we wanted to always have older women speak to younger women as well on a panel and actually share the platform together, because there is importance from the viewpoint of our elders, and it's also importance to acknowledge the viewpoint and experience of youth and to show the similar journeys and the connection. So, with uh, just a lot of the visionaries that we've had present, we've had Ruth Jacobs, who actually is a female pilot who actually was in the Guinness Book of World Records for flying around the world the fastest time. And we've also had attorneys such as Celicia Smith Gordon present and talk about her life experiences and the fact that her mother was also an attorney, and her family actually in her hometown had a local press. They had a newspaper. And so just understanding the history, the background, and the origin of a person, it also helps you understand their dedication and their commitment to doing the things that they do. Understanding some of their adversities, some of their privileges, some of their shortcomings, some of their hard life lessons that they had to experience, and why they're so committed to doing the things that they do today. So, with that, now fast forward to 2025, what we want to do is we want to really amplify the mission and really help showcase the stories of a lot of amazing local trailblazers and help connect the dots for so many other people who are experiencing so many other very complicated, very unique experiences. So many people don't know, but I actually graduated from Howard University in a homeless shelter, in a women's transitional home for women with children. And most of my colleagues that I attended classes with, most of them didn't know that I was actually in a shelter. And I was in there for a year and a half. My son was close to, he was close to a year and a half years old when I graduated from Howard University. And so I think it's just so important when people look at my journey and look at what I'm doing now and look at, why I advocate for women, why I want women to really drive forward on their own terms, to be their authentic selves, to not feel the need to shrink themselves to make other people feel comfortable, and also the commitment to get it done no matter what. I had a commitment to myself that I wanted to graduate from Howard University no matter what. I had a commitment to my family members who also sacrificed time and energy and resources into pouring into me while I was a student there, who wanted to make sure that I graduated. And so one of the amazing resources was to be able in a facility that connected me with scholarships. It connected me with mentors. It also allowed me to get a head start on a lot of things through the resources that the transitional home had as well. And I actually had some of the most smaller scholarship that I had during my time at Howard while I was there in that transitional home as a single mom with my son. So I share that because I know that in this time, there are so many people that are experiencing homelessness. There are so many people who are really trying to find their way and trying not to give up. And I think when more people realize that I went through a time of being displaced and a time of trying to figure out, how can I move forward from here? How does this get better? What does this situation getting better look like? And how can I use this situation to make sure that I never have to experience something like this again? And, I'm grateful for the ability to be able to use my story to help someone else live better, to do better, to not experience the same things, to also make better choices for themselves and for their families. So I'm very excited about this journey because I think a lot of healing, I know a lot of healing can happen, a lot of growth, a lot of restoration as well for families, and also a lot of personal success and personal victories can happen as well, because as we learn about the stories of other people and as we see ourselves in other people and we realize that a situation can be very, very temporary. The trauma, the pain is not permanent. It can be extremely temporary, and it's up to us to use that situation to navigate smarter, further, and wiser throughout life. So I wanted to give you more of the origin story of why we are moving in this direction of really focusing on women sharing their stories, and maybe a few men as well, because I want to make sure with our support systems, we have a healthy view of both men and women. So for the men who are looking to share their story through the Woman on the Move platform and how their journey has helped them to be a better man in different areas of life and how it's helped them to have better relationships, healthier relationships with the women in their lives. Absolutely. I want to make sure that we open this platform up to both men and women who would like to share their stories. But I just wanted to share a little bit of my story and why. So for any woman or any man that is out there that is looking to share your story, I hope that this message encouraged you. I hope that it allowed you to feel like you're in a safe space. I hope that you feel affirmed in this new journey that you're on, which is not shrinking yourself back, not talking yourself out of moving forward, telling your story. And also, before I end this, I wanted to also be more transparent and tell you that a year ago, I had a mentor who reached out to me and she asked me about presenting to her organization. And I had anxiety so bad. I have written biographies for so many influential and powerful people. And when I was getting my biography together, I could not put together the words. I could not figure out what photo I should have. I could not figure out simple things that I have done. I have spoke to so many organizations through my previous and former platforms of being Miss Florida Plus America 2012, and also just throughout life and business. But here it is in 2023, 2024, I could not piece things together to share my story. And so I wanted to also make this a safe space for people who may have had certain life situations happen where they may have been comfortable and great speakers and really involved in society and their communities, but a shift happened and they shrunk back because of anxiety, because of depression, because of whatever reason. I wanted to also open that door for those people as well, so we can help each other, move past anxiety, move past depression, move past different fears when it comes to navigating back into society, life back into society. So this is a safe space for you. Definitely please follow, subscribe, Woman on the Move. You can find us on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also, the Woman on the Move website is www.woman, singular, onthemoveenterprises.com. Please subscribe. Please share this video with friends. Please share your story with us in 2025. And we want to follow your journey and see all the other platforms that you share your story with in the future. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you are encouraged. Bye-bye.